All right. This your boy, Cute, and this week I got something beautiful, something special for y'all. Well, someone actually said they thought that I was bald. I got hair, y'all. Even though I know I'm losing the hairline, but it comes with the territory, man. I'm growing up. Anyway, the road to excess leads to the palace of wisdom. You never know what is enough until you know what is more than enough. Many people discover spirituality through suffering. Others found the path due to years of depression, anxiety, and psychosis. Part of the awakening process is identifying behaviors, traits, habits, or thoughts that don't serve you. As your behavior changes, so does your diet. Not just what you eat, but everything you consume, including what you listen to, watch, read, and pay attention to. Orthorexia is the term given to an unhealthy focus on eating in a healthy way. This sounds paradoxical, as a healthy diet improves overall health. However, there's a tipping point. Eating well can become an obsession. You might develop anxiety around eating junk food, and your desire to eat well influences your social life, or you feel guilty for the times you indulge. Your spiritual diet isn't free from its own form of orthorexia. Healthy spiritual diets, such as the practice of meditation, reading spiritual texts, it could be the Bible, Quran, or whatever it is, spending time in nature, serving others, boost your spiritual health. There's a tipping point. What if you guilt yourself for wanting to spend an evening watching Netflix, or eating without being mindful, or being distracted and unfocused, or not having the energy to serve, or not catching yourself before reacting to anger? What if when you feel anxiety, you don't want to journal or meditate or unpick and dissect its root cause? What if you don't want to spend the energy to raise your vibration or reframe your thoughts? What if all you want to do is eat ice cream or go out with friends or have a glass of wine, sexy, or watch the Champions League? The time will come where you no longer crave junk food, for the nourishment of the path itself satiates you more than anything. Until this point, rather than trying too hard to resist, it's much more beneficial to allow yourself to indulge and give yourself the occasional treat without guilt or shame. Unconscious escapism versus conscious escapism. In psychology, escapism is defined as the behavior or desire to avoid confronting reality. I place escapism into two categories, unconscious and conscious. This is an important distinction because most people who practice meditation and mindfulness are to some degree aware of when they are engaging in unhelpful behavior. Unconscious escapism lacks self-awareness. It is a default autopilot reaction to certain uncomfortable situations or feelings. It's not wrong or bad, it's just the way we learn how to cope. But in the context of spiritual growth and healing, unconscious escapism perpetuates suffering. It distracts us from discomfort and ultimately distracts us from ourselves. Yep, it is what it is. However, conscious escapism explores and acknowledges underlying emotions with compassion before choosing to indulge. Maybe you're just tired or require a feeling of comfort, or simply want to enjoy a movie, watch Squid Games or, Game of Thrones or something like that. All of these options are okay, and it don't make you any less spiritual. Quite the opposite. Choosing to do a mindless activity can be a great act of self-compassion. Conscious escapism is choosing conventional distractions, knowing the occasional cheat meal doesn't reflect your overall diet. For instance, if you are on a certain type of diet, let's say keto, and you decide that, okay, every weekend I'm going to have a cheat day. Saturday, I'm going to go onto eating carbs. That doesn't cover up the major effort that you are putting into, do the keto diet. It is actually acknowledging where you are at and allowing yourself to lean on mechanism behaviors that provide temporary solace. Fully aware this isn't the ideal solution. To get physically fit, a manageable and balanced routine and diet are better than an extreme high-intensity routine and crash diet. Start off with high intensity, you will likely burn out and return to old habits. Instead, as you progress and form new habits, you might increase the intensity or find that eating well becomes easier. There's no reason the spiritual path has to be any different. Over the years, I've experienced the extremes of depriving myself due to the belief around a spiritual person wouldn't get angry, eat this, eat that, binge watch Netflix when feeling down, arguing with their partner, enjoy buying new clothes, curse, procrastinate on tackling their financial situations and stuff like that. Well, it's only when I allowed conscious escapism that I've discovered what truly benefits me. Mostly I was encouraged to try this route by supportive friends and family who could tell I needed time off. Even my journey of art even began from the point that I actually let go that I can mess up and it's okay for me to mess up. At a point in getting back to art, when I open an art book, just the blank page itself makes me feel like, if I'm going to mess it up, why do I start anyway? But if I don't start, how would I know if I'll mess it up or, get something good done? Over time, my need for conventional escape has reduced. But that doesn't mean that I won't skip a meditation session or watch a few episodes of Squid Games to lighten my mood. Going too far in the other direction creates a feeling of stress or even resentment towards my practice, a result of spiritual orthorexia. A word of warning, conscious escapism isn't an excuse to choose the path of least resistance. The ego can hijack this concept too, weaving a narrative of deceit that finds excuses and reasons as to why you deserve to not meditate or why your unique spiritual path is finding enlightenment through Game of Thrones. Be cautious of this and apply the principle of a standard diet. Understand which foods are good and which aren't. I know that a healthy diet requires me to eat well most of the time. I know that if I always indulge in high-fat, high-sugar junk food, it will lead to reduced health. But I know the occasional treat is fine. Ice cream, baby. Ice cream and chocolate. Knowing when to indulge and when to do the work is a matter of trial and error. It takes time, practice, and self-honesty. It requires self-compassion for the moments you overindulge, knowing sometimes the road to excess leads to the palace of wisdom. When you find momentum with your practice, you might experience a tendency to go all in. The joy and inspiration that comes from meditation or spiritual discussions or insights or noticing areas of growth or healing create a sense of wanting more. Anytime that you go to the gym and you start feeling like you can actually see the progress, you can see the gains and everything, it makes you want to do more. You might start feeling the spiritual path as your life's calling and you do all you can to honor it. This is beautiful and it's worth appreciating the innocence of this intrinsic motivation. However, I'm here to tell you, you can take the day off. You can breathe, pause, and take time away from growth and development. You can unashamedly give yourself permission to indulge in conscious escapism. Alright, so this is all I have for you this week. If you give yourself a break, don't kill yourself. This life I can't kill myself. To flex, so this is what I have for you this week. Next week I have some drawings that I made that I couldn't record, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. Give it a like. You can subscribe if you want to, and you're by force. I'll show you love like I do all the time. Can you dig it? Yeah, I love you.